welcome back. Or if you're the first one, this is the first one in. Alright, we're doing Genesis chapter 6 today. And this is you see in the title, but this is the New International Version of the Bible. And so NIV or whatever. So this is chapter 6, and feel free to check out the playlist that I'm building, or maybe by the time you see this, it's already built and finished. Though that's going to be a long way away at the time of this. It was August something 2022. It's going to be 3 years or so before I actually get all this done, because that's my track reading program, the 3-year thing, which was 1 chapter a day. And we'll see where my life goes. I wonder what my life is going to be like in that time. But anyway, am I even going to be alive when you watch this? But yeah. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. Chapter 6. The flood. When men began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. And here in the because I have the student version and stuff like that, so it has like notes in there. It says in here in the note that to summarize it, it says that it can be the description of sons of sons of God could be interpreted as sons of Seth, or like angels or something like that. Sons of Seth would mean as like the line of Adam, and or it could refer to the angels. So I think it makes more sense to say the sons of Seth, but or something like that, because I don't know, the idea of angels like having sex is kind of odd to me, but whatever. It doesn't really matter, I guess. The point is that people were having children and looking and stuff like that. It says, then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with man forever, for he is mortal. His days will be 120 years." See, 120, even if you read last chapter, it's talking about like living like Noah lived, like, let me see. I don't feel like picking through here, but it's like 500 to like 900 something years old, and it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense that God would try to cut that back. Even then, 120 years old, most people don't even live to that now. So just a thought. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with man forever, for he is mortal. His days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of men and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. The Lord saw how great man's wickedness on earth had become, and that every inclination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil all the time. The Lord was grieved that he had made man on the earth, and his heart was filled with pain. So the Lord said, "I will wipe mankind, whom I have created, from the face of the earth, men and animals and creatures that move along the ground, and birds of all of the air, for I am grieved that I have made them." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is the account of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, or whatever. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had become for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark has to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Make a roof for it and finish the ark to within 18 inches of the top. And then it says here, 18 inches, it's taken from, let me see, like a Hebrew cubit or something like this, so like 0.5 meter or something like that. Yeah. Anyway. Put a door on the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant. I'm fucking up, right? But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark two of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. Two of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. And the point I want to talk about here is that we should be trying to strive for the same things as Noah did. We should all be striving to do as God commands, like in the Ten Commandments and stuff like that, and in God's law and stuff like that. We should always try and really commit to that. Like for me, I've definitely, I'm not going to go into detail, or at least not right now, but I've made adjustments in my life where that such as like habits and stuff like that, that more conform with the laws of God, and I'm very much happy that I did so and stuff like that. And so yeah, I truly feel that the Holy Spirit is really helping me out right now, and has been helping me out like more and more as my faith has grown. And my faith's not perfect. Don't get me wrong here. And I'm not a perfect person. I have bad thoughts and stuff like that, just like everyone else, and habits and stuff like that. But the point is, like, I feel we should always strive to do what's good in the Lord. And to be honest, I don't 100% know what all the Lord sees as good, but we can kind of try our best to infer with the scriptures and stuff like that through the scriptures. And well, I guess I could go into detail about it. I had for a long time, just like a lot of other people, I dealt with porn and masturbation addiction, and stuff like that. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I became obsessed with it and stuff, and I really tried to break the what's it called? The chains that I wore as a slave to that addiction, in many years, all the way, majority of my teens, from 8th grade onward. And I don't want to say this, but really out loud in a video or anything. Not to really. I hope that people see it, but not really many people watch my videos. But I haven't really even. There are parents that I don't even know. Like there are family members that don't even really know. That I've kind of only hinted at, but I say this in hopes that it would help any of you out there, and stuff like that. So like I said with the masturbation and porn addiction and stuff like that. I know that's a sin and stuff like that, and you're not supposed to do that and stuff like that. And so when I kept struggling and struggling to fight it and fight it and stuff like that. And even when I was trying to fight it, I would have intense urges that I would and stuff like that. And eventually, after a while, they would go away, and then I have to worry about it again later. But the more I started reading the Bible and starting to grow my faith this year, the easier it got to resist those urges, to the point where I really don't even have those urges too often anymore. Like they still bring up, they still like come up and stuff like that, and stuff like that. But they're not nearly as strong as what they were before. And I really feel like God through the Holy Spirit is really guiding me through that, and helping me with even as we speak, helping me not fall into that sin again. And it's been many months since since I've done any of that, and I really don't. And I'm really glad. I'm really thankful to God and the Holy Spirit, and through the Holy Spirit and Jesus and all that stuff, the Holy Trinity and all that stuff, for really helping me out, and because I really feel like they're working their way through me and stuff like that. Work in progress, but really making, that's why part of the changes that I was talking about. That when you come to God and stuff, you have to change. Well, we should at least strive to change, and stuff like that. And I confess, I talk to God about it. I'm like, God, please forgive me, and stuff. Of course, I think, of course, He's probably going to forgive me, and stuff, as long as I stop, because God is very is merciful and stuff, which is nice. And that's what I just wanted to talk about that. And I'll catch you in the next one. I hope that I kind of messed up a little bit in this, but I hope that that's fine. If I have to, I kind of want to re-record it, but I think this is fine. If you just want it audiobook, then you could just go find that, an audiobook of the Bible. But I'm gonna add my own little flavor to it, at least maybe a little bit, and stuff like that, and make it clear that if I do give my own opinion or insights and stuff like that about what I think this means, I'm gonna try and make sure that's clear. I'm clear about it. So, yeah. And I'll catch you guys later. Okay, now I gotta start the process.